Well, this guy scored a D minus. I think with this guy, the best advice I can give you is walk away. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is not just talking, he pushes himself fiercely and often pushes others too. Because he works hard and won't settle for less, he's likely to achieve a lot. If he's in a field where results matter more than relationships, he could rise very fast.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he tends to react with anger or frustration first. He might shout, blame others, or get into arguments. He doesn't sit quietly or hold things inside. His feelings come out quickly and loudly. But after the storm, he gets back on his feet and tries again.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work will probably find him difficult to get along with. He often rubs people the wrong way because he can be blunt, aggressive, and quick to anger. He expects others to follow his way, and if they don't, disagreements can get loud.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your own career, he is more likely to feel threatened or frustrated than proud. He usually thinks there's only room for one winner, so your success can feel like a challenge to his own status. Instead of celebrating your achievements, he could grow distant or critical.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, it will likely bother him deeply, even if he doesn't say it out loud at first. He may feel his pride is hurt and could start picking fights, making sarcastic remarks, or acting distant. He is not someone who easily accepts his partner outshining him.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He does not handle money with much care or planning. He is focused on getting ahead and chasing big dreams, so he may spend quickly on things that seem important for success or status without much thought about saving or being practical. So don't expect careful, calm money management from him.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He is likely to pretend to be richer than he really is, trying to show the world that he's successful and powerful. This means he might spend on expensive things or try to keep up a certain image. Even if it stretches his budget, it's wise to watch out for signs that he's living beyond his means.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is not open handed or kind, especially when it comes to sharing. Whether that's money or simple kindness, he usually thinks about himself first and may not notice or care much about the needs of others. He may even get annoyed if you ask for help or expect gentle treatment.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be secretive and controlling about money. He prefers to handle financial matters on his own terms and may not share all the details with you. He likes to stay in control and may use money as a way to keep that power.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework is mostly your job, not something to be shared. He doesn't value gentle teamwork or think much about fairness in daily chores. He expects to focus on his own goals and may see housework as something beneath him.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is not the type to willingly roll up his sleeves and help with chores or diapers. Most likely, he'll stand back and supervise or give instructions rather than actually do the work. He's much more comfortable telling others what to do than stepping in himself.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is much more interested in proving he's right than in trying to understand your side. When there's a disagreement, his main goal is to win the argument, not to listen or find a middle ground. He often talks over you or finds ways to show that his way is better.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he does not stay respectful. Instead, he's likely to say hurtful things or act in an aggressive way. He might raise his voice, use harsh words, or even slam things around the house. You might end up feeling scared, sad, or small after these outbursts.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is definitely the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. Small problems can set him off, and his anger is hard to predict and even harder to control. No one deserves to walk on eggshells at home.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry or take responsibility for his mistakes. When something goes wrong, he is much more likely to blame you or someone else instead of owning up. Apologies from him will be rare, and when they come, they may not feel genuine.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is not likely to respect your boundaries, especially when he wants something or thinks he's right. If you say no, he may push back, ignore your wishes, or try to convince you to change your mind. This can make you feel pressured, unheard, or even unsafe.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is the kind of man who will take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He may act offended, make you feel guilty, or even get angry, thinking your no is a rejection of him as a person. You might feel pressure to give in just to avoid a fight.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With this type of man, you cannot trust him fully to handle private moments with care. If there is a fight or he feels upset, he might use things you shared in trust to hurt or embarrass you. This can make you feel unsafe and worried about opening up to him.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is easily distracted by other women and doesn't place much value on loyalty or emotional closeness. If he feels bored or sees an opportunity, he might flirt or even step outside the relationship without much guilt. He's driven by his own wants and doesn't think much about how his actions could hurt you.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is very likely to be over possessive. He may act jealous if you talk to other men, want to know where you are all the time, or even try to control who you see and what you do. Instead of trusting and respecting your space, he'll keep you on a short leash.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what may seem like a protective nature is really a sign of a controlling personality. He might say he's looking out for you, but in reality, he wants to make all the decisions and keep you under his rules. True care lets you grow and be yourself. Control just takes away your independence.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. He doesn't see raising kids as something that should be shared equally. Instead, he is likely to believe that your job is to handle the daily care, teaching, and comfort while he stays in the role of the decision maker or head of the family. If you hope for a true partner who wants to share the joys and struggles of raising children, you'll likely feel alone and overwhelmed with him by your side.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. Instead of gently guiding or comforting them, he might yell, scold, or say hurtful things out of anger. This can make kids scared to come to him with their problems or mistakes.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to support you both as a mother and as your own person. He may see your main job as caring for the family and home and not care much about your dreams, needs, or personal growth outside of those roles. You will probably feel like your own hopes and happiness are less important to him than his rules or expectations.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might seem to support your career at first, but could later ask you to quit once you have a child. His main focus is often on his own needs and control. So, if he feels your job gets in the way of family duties or his comfort, he may expect you to give it up without considering your wishes. If keeping your independence and career matters to you, this is an important warning sign.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to just act polite on the surface with your parents rather than show real warmth or genuine care. He may do what's needed to look good or avoid problems, but won't put in extra effort to build a close, loving bond with them. If disagreements come up or he feels challenged, his respect may fade quickly, and he could even act cold or disrespectful. He will expect your family to change for him, not the other way around.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse instead of handling it calmly. He may respond with anger, harsh words, or rigid demands, turning a small issue into a bigger argument. This can lead to more tension between you, him, and your loved ones, making family gatherings stressful instead of joyful.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might seem modern and open minded with you in private, but will expect you to be a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He may want you to dress, speak, and behave in ways that fit his family's expectations, even if it's very different from how you are with him at home. When it comes to outside opinions or family image, he is more concerned about looking good and following old customs, and he'll expect you to adjust sometimes without caring about your comfort or wishes.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family instead of supporting you. He doesn't want to go against his own people and may expect you to adjust or keep quiet to keep the peace. This can leave you feeling alone and unsupported, especially during difficult times with his relatives.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
Yes, he is very likely to be a mummy's boy. In a conflict with his mother, he will almost always choose her side over yours. He may not listen to your feelings or try to understand your point of view, and instead, he'll expect you to adjust and keep his mother happy. Even if you're upset or right, he'll find ways to defend his mother or avoid standing up for you.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is very likely to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He may run to them after arguments, telling them your secrets or complaints, even if you wanted those things to stay just between you two. This means you will have little privacy in your marriage, and your personal matters could become topics for family gossip or judgment.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, all in all, not looking that great. This guy scores a D minus. As I mentioned at the start, I think with such guys, the best way is to walk away. Being in a relationship with him day in and day out can feel exhausting and lonely. You'll find yourself walking on eggshells, trying not to upset him or draw out his anger.